We're live. Hi everyone. Good afternoon. Good evening. UK, US. US is even afternoon. US, stop, please. Hi everyone. How are we doing? Good afternoon. So welcome to the show. Welcome to another live session. And today I have two powerful guests to the studio. I'm super excited about this live. Actually, I have Jill and I also have MJ in the building. Me, I want to learn today. So I want to know everything about UK nursing. I want to know it today. So I'm really going to pay a lot. Sorry, let me. I think you're muted. I'm going to pay a lot of attention because I'm really interested in this, in what we're discussing today. So yes, Nasja, you want to introduce yourself to my guest at home? Let me get the question I sent. And also, you can introduce yourself to our guests.
Should we wait for MJ? She's not here yet.
She's here, but maybe she's doing something. Just,
okay.
But yeah. Or we can just we can keep talking while we are. I'm sure she will join us.
All right. Hi everyone. Welcome back to Ofela's channel. My name is Dale.
Wait, so it's Dale. Like Dale.
It's Dale. Yeah.
Dale.
My name is.
How the full meaning, or does it have a full?
That's the full meaning. That's the full name.
But it's pronounced Dale.
Yeah, but some people call it Dio, but it's fine. Anyone, Dale. I'm not.
Is it an English name or your native name?
It's a Greek name.
Oh wow, really? I never knew.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll put it in my mind. Dale.
Yeah. So hi everyone. My name is Dale.
I'm good. So
okay. I'm a registered nurse currently practicing here in the UK. What else? I've been in the UK for more than 3 years now, since 2019.
Wow.
And I'm currently an anesthetic practitioner. Band 5, yeah.
Honestly, I like the career progression in the UK better than what we have in Canada, because I think for Canada, it's a lot of struggle before we become that RN. So by the time you become the RN, you are exhausted.
You're tired. You don't want to continue.
You're tired. So because I see UK nurses, I'm band this and band that, and I work as diabetic this. As I say, Lord, I'm like,
is that easy? I know, right?
Like he looks. I wish if I knew, I'll just
start
UK for Queen. How are you? Queen of England. Are you tired? Sorry. You're muted. Tell me you're muted.
So exhausted. Just continue. Just continue. I'll come back.
Yeah, go and drink water. So honestly, I really love it, and I want us to discuss a lot about that today, like the UK. So why did you migrate into the UK? Was it through the sponsorship?
So yes, I did come into the UK through the sponsorship. I got my exams, applied to NMC, got a job with an agent. Then the agency was a thing, but right now it's not that much of a thing anymore.
Yes.
But yeah, through the agency, then came into the UK. Yeah, that's simply it.
Yeah, and I think those jobs are not as much as before. Maybe the sponsorship, right? The jobs are still there. Maybe the sponsored aspect.
Yeah, the sponsorship aspect is because of the red list, but it's not like there are no jobs or there are no sponsorship going on right now, but they cannot actively recruit from red list countries, and unfortunately Nigeria is part of the red list country. Most African countries right now, because I think they added new list and a lot of African countries are in it, so they can still get job but not through an agent. That's just the only thing.
Oh, so there won't be sponsorship.
There would be sponsorship, but agencies cannot act as the middleman. So before, during my time, agencies will be the one looking for jobs for you. You just sit down, send your CV to them, blah 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 blah. But right now, you have to look for the employer yourself. You don't wait for an agent now. So that's just the only thing. But it's not like they stop recruiting or they know.
Oh, I see. Hi, MJ. How you doing?
Hi, MJ.
Sorry.
Hello.
Hello. This Sunday afternoon.
I wish you same. So sorry. I'm stressed. I don't know. Yesterday I woke up with flu.
Oh, sorry.
It just made me really sick, and then I ended up stressing myself yesterday. Live session upon.
Oh, true. Yeah, you had the live session. I was
yeah. So I just woke up today really sick, but it's okay.
Honestly,
I'm fine. You guys are too early. I thought we were going to use African time.
We don't use African time, OMG.
Wow. People don't know the meaning of African time.
Oh yeah, NJ, introduce yourself to us. I know that a lot of people know NJ, they know us there, but yes, some people might join us for the first time. So yeah.
Oh yeah, I have everyone.
MJ.
It's so very weird that we can't see everybody looking at us, but they are looking at us.
Yeah, that's what I'm using my second phone to look at the message because we can't see it. Yes, only Ofela that can see it.
I can't see
it. I'll pin it. I'll pin them.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You're using the app. I used a link directly to come on. So the link you sent to me, that was the link.
Yeah, that's what I used as well.
Okay. Yeah. So hi everyone. I don't know where you're listening from, but I'm MJ, and it's from Mujurade. That's my native name.
I love that name. I love that full name. I've told you severally.
Yeah. So it's for MJ. It's from Mujurade. A registered nurse from Nigeria. I'm currently practicing in the UK as a senior theatre practitioner.
Did you hear that word, senior?
It's not easy now. If you use it, well. Yeah, so I'm currently practicing as a senior theatre practitioner in an hospital, of course, NHS hospital in the UK. And I've been in the UK for about 4 years now. It's been a roller coaster experience. It's been amazing, to be very honest. I love the UK. I love the support that we get from the employers. It's really, really awesome. About a month ago, that was in March, I got registered with USA. Registered nurse. It's not easy. So I have 3 licenses. 3 licenses. The aim is to have like 5, so that I can, when I go for vacation, I can be going to practice as a nurse.
Travel nurse.
In different location. But yeah, that's the brief story about me. And of course, a content creator. All of us content creator. I wonder how you guys have the time, because me, I'm tired and I want to retire, honestly. Content creator. I create content across all my social media platforms: TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, everything. All about nursing, lifestyle. Less about lifestyle, to be honest. It's Dio that is always traveling. The traveler.
Yes.
I wonder how she have the energy, because me, my first travel out of the UK, I said it's over. I know doing honestly. So yeah,
she's that's in that regard. Honestly, she was basically a lot of that. Like, you have to say enjoy your life.
Enjoy life.
With this Nigerian passport, what my eyes have seen about traveling, I don't even know. I had PTSD from my last travel attempt. Got to Mexico and they did not let us enter. Like, imagine looking at Mexico like this and they did not allow you to enter. Yeah, but that's another story for another day. So I'm here with you, Nosfella, and we are here to, discuss everything UK. Nothing much, to be honest.
Don't mind that. She's on her own. I don't understand that not too much, because me, I am here today to learn about UK from both of you. I don't know so much about
and UK. It's nice to be here. It's nice to see Dio's pretty face and our mama, the Canada rich woman, billionaire.
I'm still open. So yes, you also migrated via the sponsorship thing, right? When it was
I came into UK in 2019, and around that period, there was still a lot of sponsorship. Yeah, I didn't do anything. The only thing I did was present myself for interviews, right? We had agencies like
I'll actually come to this UK with my husband. I just that face I said, let's marry.
Just like Dio said, right? We had a lot of agencies that we were hot cakes. Everybody was
I even had 2 jobs then.
Wow.
several offers. So they're like looking for you left and right, them embassies, NSS, different recruiters. So they recruit you, they do all of the process. All you have to do is pass your examination and present your result to them. And boom, you get interview slots, and you're always sure that you even pass safe, like you'll pass. Most people were passing actually, but some people fail. But yeah, most interview, you have the interview material, they review your CV, they do everything literally for you. And when you get to the UK, the hospital will refund you. Like, you have to, of course, you have to request for it. If you don't request for it, do you understand? So you have to request for it. Yeah, but yeah, that was how I came to the UK then. But now things have changed. Things are not the same as before.
MJ, should we take you to the studio so that I can release
Yeah,
some terms for some graduate?
inspiration is coming.
It's coming. Honestly, that's one thing I say about opportunity. If you don't seize it now, it becomes tougher. Just like this Canada, everything is happening now. I'm telling people they cannot keep on like this because everything is cheap. They can't keep it up because the application is overwhelming. So they will look for a barrier. So you have to just get it in. People are laughing so much here. MJ,
No, when we're telling people then
MJ is
that
so
when we're telling people then that when you come abroad, you don't have to pay. People thought that they were paying me. Like, you needed to be on Twitter that period. People are like, well, why won't you say anything? Because they are paying you. I'm like, hey? But I wish they were even paying me. I wish I was actually recruiting for, employers. Maybe I would have made so much money. But I wasn't. I was just sharing information so people can apply by themselves, or, people can apply to these agencies. The agencies were recruiting massively. Nobody was believing. They said, oh, maybe they are removing something from your salary. Ow. I'm like, make it make sense. Now, when things are now, more complicated, people now started to realize that, oh, it's true. And then by the time they realized it was too late, red list and blue list, different colors, we're coming up, and it's all just.
We're not just going to get information today, we're going to laugh our lungs out because MJ has been cracking us up ever since she joined this live session.
No babes.
No, we're happy about that. So MJ, I know MJ has a lot of videos about how to become a UKRN. Just give us, I know you have a lot of videos, so check out our channel, but I want you to give us the highlights. Like you can just highlight it to us as in becoming a UKRN, the steps, maybe just highlight actually. Thank you.
Let's be honest. You see this talking of this pathway. You know when something you are tired of it.
I swear, don't have to be here and say, I beg.
When you have talked about something, you're like, keep it going, keep quiet. I don't want to hear about it again. Like, I feel like we've talked about it to the point that people, even a small baby that they just give birth today, we say, I know you care and pathway now.
Yes, I know MJ.
But do you know the funny thing is some people still do not know.
Exactly.
That's just the truth. Some people still do not know.
The other day, somebody on my Instagram or where I can't even remember said, "Please, can I use Enclaves RN for UKRN pathway?"
At least they even know what is Enclave. Some people ask you, please, what do I like? They'll start by they don't even know what IELTS is. That's how bad some people.
Yeah, so it's
don't
true.
know.
So for those who don't know, right? I think Dio should give us the pathway.
Why me?
Because she has spoken a lot about it.
I've not
Travel. You tell us to travel. So
I don't like stress.
Okay, so for the pathway, for those of you who don't have any idea at all regarding the UKRN pathway, I think it's one of the easiest, to be fair. It's one of the easiest pathway, and the requirements are not as tedious. Imagine comparing it to Canada. Don't even go there. Don't even go there. With UK pathway, you can become a registered nurse in UK in 6 months, and that's even a stretch. 3 to 6 months, you are in the UK. Like all things being equal. If NGRN are not stressing, sorry, you NMCN.
Okay, even at this time, can I use that time frame? Even at this time, like 3 to 6 months, and
yes, the same thing. So it all depends on how soon you're able to get your documents and the rest of the requirements. So the first thing I always tell people is, if you are on this live session, the first thing you should get is your international passport. You need to have it. If you want to travel out, if you don't even have a passport at this period, you are a suspect. I will suspect you. Like, what's going on? What is going on? You need to have an international passport. With the way Nigeria is going, it's really, really crucial. Honestly, even if you don't plan to travel in 2 years, just have it somewhere and be smiling at it every morning. That one day I'll make use of it. So the first step is having your international passport valid, of course. And then the second step is English language test. And the reason why I said English language test is because the English language test, which is the common one, is International English Language Testing System, right? It's for those of you, I don't know, maybe of course there are probably audience from across the world, right? For some countries, there are English speaking countries that I think about 10, 15 of them. that if you're from that country, you do not need to provide English language test. Okay, but if you're not from that country, and please don't say Nigeria, yes, now we speak English, you are not English language speaking country. You are speaking English, you are borrowing other people's language, but they do not recognize you. Do you understand? The immigration system does not recognize you as English speaking country. So no, you are not an English speaking country recognized. So yeah, you still have to take the English language test, and the requirement for NMC and all of this preparation is in preparation for the old registration with Nursing and Midwifery Council UK body. Yeah, so you need to have your passport, and with your passport you apply for your English language test. The requirement is 7. You can also take occupational English tests, which is OET, popularly called OET. But the only downside to OET is that it's quite expensive, and there are not a lot of testing centers. So that's like the barrier to OET. But if someone has sat for IELTS like 3-4 times, honestly, I do not advise you to take it again. Just take OET. Okay, and yeah, I think sometimes ago I spoke with some nurses and they said they were able to get a waiver, and I hate this thing because I always feel I don't like it when if I have an information, I'm always so eager to share it. Like I want everybody to know it. But when you reach out to some people, they're like, oh no, I don't want to face the camera, and then I'll not be like, so why are you giving me this information? I should not even have shared it, because when people are now asking me for proof, where will I get it? And I also had a client the other day. She told me she has colleagues that are mental health nurses that did not do IELTS, and they're in the UK practicing. And you have to register with NMC. That they used the waiver, the English waiver, to register with NMC to come. And they don't want to share with her. Like why? If you can do that, I feel like if they share that secret, the way Nigerian nurses will flood UK, it's like we are not even ready, honestly, because IELTS is a big barrier, because you need to have 7, at least 7 overall. With writing now, it's now 6.5. Yeah. So once you have all of that, you visit the NMCN website. You can just type on Google how to register as an overseas registered nurse. And with NMC, you can register as a nurse, you can register as a midwife, you can register as a mental health nurse, as a I know, right? You can register as a mental health nurse.
NJ, that's IELTS. It has to be UKVI, right?
No, it doesn't have to be UKVI. That was before.
Oh, wow. Oh.
Like 2017, 2018, it had to be UKVI, right? If you want to, and the UKVI was for the immigration purpose. That's UK visa immigration. That's the meaning of UKVI. Okay? Hey, I think I know, you see. Somebody is saying, I think I know. So UKVI means UK visa immigration. So the UKVI one was for immigration, and then you have to take the standard to register with NMCN. Okay, that's academic. Now, what happened is UKVI was more expensive than the standard. But if you take UKVI, you can use it for everything. But people were going for the standard first, just in case they don't pass it. I think UKVI was like 90-something thousand, while standard was like 75. So people are like, in case they don't pass it too, and they want to request for a remark, or they want to take another one, at least it won't be that high. Do you understand? So yeah, that was the option. But now you can take any academic, standard, UKVI, NZVI, anything. As long as it's academic, you are good to go. You can do anything with it. And then you visit NFC UK website and create your profile. When you create your profile with them, everything. I was saying something earlier. So you can register as a midwife, as a nurse, as a mental health nurse. You can register as learning and disability nurse and pediatric. These are the only 5 specialties that NMC UK care about. Like, they have their own registration. Anyone outside this, you don't have a separate registration. Now, the only difference in all of the registration is that, we have test of competence 1 and test of competence 2 with the NMC UK. The only difference is if you are registered as an adult registered nurse, then you are taking your separate CBT. We popularly call the test of competence 1 CBT, and test of competence 2, we call it OSCE. So this is only difference. The whole registration is the same. The documents you're providing, they are the same. But the only difference is you are sitting for different exams. So if you're an adult registered nurse, your CBT is different. If you're a mental health nurse, your CBT is different. If you're a pediatric nurse, your CBT is different. Do you get what I mean? So I've seen a lot of people make this mistake. Registered nurses, and you're a registered midwife, and you're registering as a registered nurse. Why? Like, why are you not registered? Oh, they've been told they don't get job. Where? How? Like, I always believe that you are limited by the amount of information you're exposed to. Maybe some times ago, I would have said this is impossible. But now, things are happening. Oh, okay, I didn't know. So you have to be ready to do the research by yourself also sometimes. You can't just take everything you see online, hook, line, and sinker. We don't know everything. We are also searching. We are not professors. You get what I mean? So yeah, your IELTS, sorry, your CBT and your OSCE, they are different, but your registration process is all the same. So on my YouTube channel, I do have a video on the whole breakdown of the process. Yeah. The only difference, if you're a midwife, is that you are registering as a midwife. It's the same document that is required, but you're taking different CBT. But make sure that you register as a midwife. Make sure you register as a mental health nurse. You get what I mean? There's someone that I spoke with the other day. She's a mental health nurse, and she registered as general nurse. Then she got a job as a mental health nurse. They're now asking her to have to go and take CBT. And she already took general nurse CBT. And she now got a job as a mental health nurse. She's not telling me what she should do. I'm like, you have to think about it. If they are happy to wait for you until you take the CBT, then of course, well. But if you don't mind getting a job because you already have the registration, of course, just get a job as a registered nurse. But really, when I was coming to UK also, I'm a peri-operative nurse from Nigeria. I was not getting theater jobs. Then one day I saw an advert of theater nurse. I'm like, why would I go 1 year in theater nursing school only to throw it away and go and be working on the ward? I've never worked on the ward. So you have to keep following your passion, right? So people need to understand that it's important for them to get information right. So once you register as your specialty, those 5 specialty, that you are good to go. NMC UK, we keep taking your progress. They will keep updating you about your progress. Once you have all of the necessary documentation, you get a provisional license that you can use temporarily to be applying for your jobs, and now getting jobs before we had agencies. This is the point where once you pass your CBT, you have your IELTS. This is the point where you're supposed to reach out to agencies and just relax. I'm waiting for interview slots. But now, you will now start you will now fold your sleeve and start the race of looking for job. Honestly, it's now a race. And there are loads of websites, and I gave them in that video also. There are loads of websites. Track.jobs, Total Jobs, Better Jobs, NHS UK, Indeed.co.uk, Read.co.uk, several loads of websites where you can search. When you go to this website, please do not filter your location. I always tell people this. Don't filter your location. Someone will say, oh, because my friend is living in Manchester, I want her to be looking after my child. So please, I need to look for a job in Manchester. Who told you that your friend will have time to look?
Somebody is corroborating what you're saying, MJ. Such as she's looking for a job. Maybe you need to do a session with MJ. So
you pass IELTS on CBT. Oh my. Yeah, we get to the mistakes people make, that after they've passed, they're not getting interview slots. We'll get to the mistake people are actually making, that I've seen people make. And once I highlight that for them and they make corrections, they get double offers, honestly. So what was I talking about? So you're saying you're filtering your location. This is one of the mistakes, actually. Filtering your location. So because your friend is in Manchester and you're bringing your child, you want her as per babysitter. Who told you she will have time? No, seriously. No, who will have time? No, abroad, who has time to be looking after your child? Do you get? You think you're
some people do trade by barter. No, some people have time. If you look after my child today, I look after your child tomorrow. So some people have time, and I don't think if your friend is
can you be? Can you
What?
be really lucky? Can you be lucky? Can you
Yes,
be 100%
no,
lucky?
people are lucky as that. Like some people actually do that, and that's why they filter location. And some people do it from either their work colleagues, so they also look after my child, look after her child. Then they are on alternate shifts. So whenever I'm on duty, my friend is not on duty because I look after her child. So people do that anyways,
Yeah,
and it
people
helps
do
them
that,
save
but
money.
that means you have to
And
be
if
that
you have your
message,
partner,
lucky. You
it's
have to,
also a
like, for
plus.
example, my friend that will have be able to do that for me. They live in Ontario. I'm in Edmonton.
But
I'm not lucky.
with this current situation that is difficult.
You
to
know,
get
I
a
understand
job,
your point as well.
like,
Definitely.
you should be open to any location right now because
But
you're
still,
desperate.
anywhere doesn't mean you go to London if you're coming new.
What do you mean?
Because it's expensive. Let's be honest.
It's not that expensive. It's no. Am I not in
Even
London?
getting a house now in London. Hey,
Getting a house everywhere is war now.
but you can't compare it to London.
There are houses in London. It all depends on the location in London.
I mean,
not every area
yes,
of
I
London
say
is
don't be too
expensive.
choosy, but me, I always advise people,
Please,
please,
them
not every location you jump at, because almost it's not about coming. Once you come and you start suffering, you can't even. Some people cannot even save a dime.
I understand that aspect, but we
Yeah,
also
but be
have to-
open to more places because some people it's only
you
Manchester
can
they
you,
want to
before
come.
before you if you're out. That's where this comes in. If you're a single person, you have a lot of options. You can live with people. You can live in hospital accommodation. There are even some hospital accommodation that will accommodate you and your family if it's not too
Yes.
large, right?
Yes.
But if you have a family and you know that they require serious attention, or you don't have a husband that is ready to come yet, come alone first and come and settle. Once the first 6 months, when you are already in the UK, you can go to another hospital. You can start searching for a job in another hospital. The aim is come first. Things are really that up that you don't have so much of option. So which one would you prefer? Would you prefer to come to UK and do extra shit and try to suffer and maybe within time pass fast now. Before you know it, 6 months is gone, 8 months is gone. You're already looking for a job in another hospital that is closer to something that is reasonable for you to afford, if you get what I mean. I had some Filipino colleagues that when they came in, she was literally using all her salary to parent. She did not stay with us for 1 year because she had to look for another job. She said, I took the offer because we were not getting offers. So it was extra shifts that she was actually saving, but the main money was more of spending on rent, which is not fair. But it was the only option she had. You get what I mean? So please check Scotland. Scotland has a lot of job opportunities right now. Scotland has a lot of job opportunities, and I have video on it on my YouTube channel. Scotland has a lot of job opportunities. There's several hospitals that are now recruiting that you can check out on this website. Someone said I should drop the website. Track.jobs, popular, track.jobs, indeed.co.uk, very popular. Total Jobs, these are the top ones for you. The best thing about this website is that you have an online CV. Another mistake people make is they think that one CV will serve the purpose for all application, which is not always true. Because the person's specification for one trust might be different from the person's specification for another hospital. You get what I mean? So when you are applying online, read the person's specification, and that means what they are looking for in their candidates. Read it very well. Then you now get what from that and adjust your CV. Yeah, so it's online CV for most of these applications. Once you get your application right, all you need to do is just make slight changes when you are using that CV to apply for another job. It's really not that difficult. People just need to be more flexible. To be honest, be more flexible to the current situation. We are on red list, but I still have colleagues that are still getting two job offer.
Thank you so much. Rushing to bring your family.
Like, come alone first and come and see the way things are. Within 3-6 months, at least you'll be getting an idea of what's happening, and then you can start speaking with your trust that you're sorry, you might not be able to stay for long, and start looking for a job farther away to somewhere closer. I have colleagues now that they were living in hospital accommodation. They just relocated to Birmingham. I'm the only one left in London now. Nobody wants to pay this London rates. It's not good.
Can we answer
But
this
if you are
question?
single, London is good though. It's good for your mental health. I
Me,
can't
I feel
imagine.
London is better when you are married without children. That is
Okay.
when
Good
London
when
is
you
the
are
best.
single.
Yeah.
When you're
Okay.
single, it's also good because you help with your mental health. When I'm coming from work, everywhere is lively and bubbling. Imagine living in the bush. And I'll be talking to bushes, so that I'm not a bush rat. No.
Do you know the bush also helps with your mental health?
Yes.
You are seeing
Yeah, I
green.
like
Do you know how it
this
helps them? No,
environment.
MJ, try it one day. Go to
I
a
don't
bush.
know.
Like, I'm not saying go.
I lived in
See,
the bush before. I
I
live
live in
bush
the
before.
countryside, and I know how the greens help my mental. I see, anytime I go to London, I'm always angry. I'm just walking into people. When I drive, I don't even. People will just be rude. No, see, London is stressful, especially central London. I don't know, maybe
No, London is not
Kent
stressful
might
if
be
you don't drive. If you drive, of course it will stress your life. But if you don't
Even,
drive,
have you gone to underground, MJ?
nah.
I can't breathe there. Ha! I can't breathe. Anytime I
I want to
go
answer
there,
this question. What of Nigerians or Ghanaians that study BSc or Masters in nursing in UK? Will IELTS and CBT be required for NMC UK registration?
So for this one, do you want to answer the question, Dale?
So
Yes.
please, what of Nigerians or Ghanaians that study BSc or Masters in nursing in the UK? Will IELTS and CBT be required? Yes, it will, because I have a friend that has finished her Masters here. They still asked her to write the IELTS. So you have to write the IELTS, get your requirements, get your CBT, do the OSCE, you do everything before you get your license.
Only updates on NMC's UK's website right now. That's get you a waiver from taking IELTS is if you have worked in the ed sector. That's why I always advise people to take a job as a carer, right? If you have worked within the ed care sector during this study period, right? So you can provide a waiver from your line manager or your mentor that you have practiced, you have communicated with patients during this period for 1 year. So if you can provide that, I think there's a form that NMC UK will send to your line manager or your mentor that they have to fill to get you a waiver. So you might be able to get IELTS waiver. But if you don't request for it, you will not get it though. So you have to request.
And to be honest, I want to say that I don't want to be negative, but I feel like those people saying they got a waiver from NMC, I don't think they are saying the truth. Yes, because NMC has said it. Yes, because NMC and NMC UK has said it that they've never the few people that got a waiver was the first time in 2019 where they started trying that out. They took their pin away. I don't know if anybody said that can confirm that.
Really?
They took their pin away and asked them to take IELTS or they can leave the country. So
really?
When I hear people saying they go, that's why, because let's be honest, if I came into the UK with a waiver, I should be happy to share that good news, or I should be able to give people a step. So why I always say anybody that don't want to come out to talk, is that the person is not saying the truth, or the person is just trying to
because I also before I even put the video out on Twitter, I'm like, I spoke with the person because someone gave me the person's direct contact that yes, that people they know people that have done it. They were sharing good news on the group chat that thank you, this. I got a waiver from NMC UK. I'm part of the people that did not take high
that they've never given an African country any waiver for English language. So even if you are a Nigerian, let me tell you how serious this is. Even if you are a Nigerian and you came to the UK to study, before this 1 year of if you have experience in caring job, blah blah blah. Before then, my very good friend, she came to the UK to do a BSc top up. After studying in the UK for 1 year, 9 months or 1 year, do you know that they still did not give her waiver? They did not give her any waiver for English test. So talk more of you that studying in Nigeria. My dear, me personally,
I feel like it's so unfair because if you can give people with BSc 4 years that are not even nurses, they want to come and take any other course, you give them waiver for English language tests. Why can't you give other people English language test waiver?
So yeah, I think those people are just trying to either be relevant or they're not just saying the truth. What happened?
Because I don't think that's come to live session. Come on.
Yes, because honestly, even if you are not a social media person, you can give audio, you can give us the steps, you can say, hey, MJ, this is what I did though. I wrote my this like this, I did that, and they gave me, but I can't share it, but go and share to everybody. That thing is just plain lie. Like I don't want to say 100% lie because of course I don't know them. I cannot just tell them what they think is lying, but I know for a fact that it's
just about a week ago, one of my clients told me again that they use this waiver. That's what she came to me. And I said, I was told
From Nigeria. You didn't study
Ghana.
in any
Ghana. This one is
country.
even from Ghana. She's Ghanaian. They are from
Okay,
Ghana.
oh. Me personally, I don't believe.
They gave
Because
them
even on
waivers.
NMC, if you even call NMCN, they will tell you that it is
NMC UK.
not allowed. Yeah, NMC UK. It is not allowed. As long as you didn't study in the countries that is on their English language countries, you cannot get a waiver. So I don't know how they got that.
What does this person mean by cheating episode?
I don't know.
Oh, the CBT issue.
Oh, I see.
I think is it the CBT issue?
Should be.
No, that one is only
It's only a particular center.
Yeah, it's only a particular center.
And they've
it's
not
everybody.
gotten any. They've not said anything regarding that.
It's still they are still investigating.
What you are still doing.
Yeah.
Doesn't stop
about the band system. Everyone, please, if you're on this live session, kindly like this video. Please like this video. We are over 60 now in the we have to please like this video if you are on this live session. So Nozio, over to you now. The whole band system, me, I don't understand. Can you explain to us band system? How does it operate? Just say I'm a band this and band that. So I want to know.
How am I going to explain it? So the UK banding system is just the same way in Nigeria we have NO1, NO2, NO3, and all the blah blah blah. But in the UK they start. I know officer number 1 or what. But in the UK, but the banding system in the UK is more of NHS, not private hospitals don't do that, and other organizations don't do that. But the NHS, which is like the government or federal hospital, they have banding system, which started, I think they say band 2. They've removed band 1 now, so I think it's from band 2 up to band 9B. I think 9B.
Band 2. What are those?
Yeah, they start from band 2.
Care,
band 2 are like support
assistants.
Okay.
Support
workers. So this is a banding system where you are graded as a registered nurse. They start from support workers also, but you get graded in these bands, and the bands tell you how much you earn. The band tell you your responsibilities and your specialties and all that. That is the whole banding system. So most registered nurses coming in from Africa, some hospitals will start you at band 3. And some will start you at band 4, but majority start you at band 4. Then immediately you get your OSCE, which is the last. I mean, now you can write OSCE anytime or anything, but the last one you can do is OSCE. Immediately you get your PIN after your exam, you automatically start at band 5. And then your salary, the salary grading and all, and it can go as high as band 9B. So yeah, that's just the whole preamble with banding.
Then the salary increase comes with the band as well, right?
Yes, it comes with the band. It comes with the
how much is the increase? No. How much is the increase? When I was a band 5, I came in, I was earning maybe 1,600, right? After tax.
In London,
in theater, no. I came in. No, now why you beefing?
Oh, because I wanted to be sure.
In London. When I came in initially, I was working in East Surrey. Okay. I wasn't in London. Very boring, dead area, right? But the hospital was amazing. That hospital was high standard. I mean, when I came to London, I was expecting an even higher standard. We even had robotic surgery. Only for me to come to London, I'm like, what's in the call? London was not even giving at all. The London hospitals are very old, so they did not change their structures. Anyway, I was in East Surrey Hospital, and there, as a band 5, I was earning 1,600. Although, and that's because in theater, we don't have so much of night shifts. So if you do night shifts, it's more money than normal day shifts. Yeah. And they also do 12 hours. In theater, we do 10 hours.
Okay.
So the more time you do, the more nights, the more hours you do, the more your money actually. So in theater, we had it lesser. I was earning 1,600. But you have to take extra shifts and the whole overtime. Then on the ward, I had colleagues that were earning 2,000, 2,200. The least that they were earning was 1,800 as band 5, right? But now in with band 6 salary, I'm earning around 2,600. So why is the increase safe on top say band 6? Do you understand? Where is the increase? The only thing for me is that at least I don't have to do so much bank shifts. I don't mind. That 2,600 is okay for me. Yeah. So 2,600, sometimes 2,400, but the highest is 2,600. If I'm going beyond 2,600, that means I'm doing extra shifts, because for this current hospital, our bank shift pay, they are paying it with your own salary all together at the end of the month. In my previous trust, they pay it per week, but this one they pay it together. So band 5, 1,600. Say, let's say average 1,800, band 6 around 2,600, band 7 is even worse. When I wanted to apply for band 7 row and I saw the salary, I said, I'm sorry, I have family that I have to take care of. It's like going down, because a band 6 is even any more than a band 7. Band 7, you're working 8 to 5, 8 to 5, Monday to Friday, more in the office, and your salary is even less. You can't take extra shift. You can't take agency shift. Please, what did I gain? What's my gain? Do you understand? But of course, when you're thinking about career progression, when it gets to a point, of course, you don't want to be in the same place for the rest of your life, right? You want to upgrade. And you cannot really jump to band 8 or band 8B if you have not already practiced at the band 7. Most of the time, except if you take so much extra development courses, and they'll feel like, this person said, if you don't too sabi for a band 6, you can actually get a jump to band 8. I've seen people do it in my department. Yeah, but really, other than that, the pay doesn't really jump up. Once you cross, so my salary per annum is around 38,000 now. Once you cross to 40, I'm still paying 20% tax. Once I cross to 40, it becomes 40%.
They increase it now to 50.
50.
Once you cross 50 now, it's 40%.
So it has to get to 50%. So it has to get to 50,000 now before you get 40%.
From this current tax year now, this April that we just started now is now.
No, come against.
So initially, before you have to earn, the first 12,500 is tax, and then whatever I earn, if you earn up to 40, it is now 20%. Then if you earn more than 40, it's 40%. But currently now, from 50 upward, that's when it's 40%.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, that's fair now. That's fair. Me, I don't bother myself with the taxing, because I don't want to
premium.
Just remove and give. You did the one I deserve. Just
give me the remaining one. This question, let's answer it. Is there salary enhancement for overseeing us with BNSC before joining NHS, or is it the same with RN without BNSC?
Same. No. It's same.
Oh, it's the same. Wow.
It's the same. As your entry level is band 5. So as long as you're
even if you have PhD too. But the truth is, most hospitals they've now given a little bit of enhanced pay if you have more degrees, more certificate. But it's not like a popular thing that once you have BSc, you get paid.
You can request for a step upgrade. I think they call it step upgrade or something. So during your appraiser, if they see that you have so much experience and so much qualifications, you can get like a step up. Yeah. But we're all coming as the same. And again, I think there are other courses and other career pathways that people who have several degrees, PhDs can actually go for instead of coming to the bedside. Honestly, they can work as maybe care home managers. They are care home.
Hey, it's not even how to be a care home manager. That thing is not for a week.
But
even if they don't want, you don't need BSc in nursing. You don't need if there's
I feel like they can take up more advanced roles, like more challenging than coming to the bedside. If they feel like they don't want to work as a band 5, they can become teachers. They can go and be teaching nursing. I have some colleagues that they're now lecturers. They left bedside nursing. They have too much of PhDs and degrees, and now they are lecturers. They're not working on the bedside. So if you feel like you are overqualified for that band 5 role, you should go for something higher. I also was told about, was it not Kelvin that was telling me the other day that someone actually applied for band 6 role right from Nigeria, and she got it right from Nigeria.
On what specialty? Because when you say band 6 role, you need to be specific.
I didn't
ask. Because there are some specialties that you cannot just jump on band 6.
like
maybe sometimes midwifery, you can go straight from Nigeria to band 6 in midwifery, mental health, I've seen people mental health, CBT, mental health, midwifery,
General
can only
nursing.
get band 6 immediately. But when it comes to general nursing, you need to know the exact specialty, because not just any specialty can jump from Nigeria without any knowledge here.
I cannot go further, but the fact that the person got band 6, I say, oh, glory to God.
Okay.
I didn't really go further.
Asking if you can combine IELTS and what's the duration?
Oh yeah, sure. You can combine IELTS results if they are still valid within 6 months of taking it.
Okay.
So within 6 months of taking the first and the second one, that's when you can combine it. And I think, what's that update now? You have to what's that? I had the sound on my background. Yeah, you can combine it. You have to be within 6 months, not 1 year.
So I say I have a friend who did a master's in UK and her English proficiency requirement was waived during registration. Instead of saying it's a lie, please find out before concluding. Then this person did not join when I stated it. I said the people from Nigeria. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying people that are here. And besides, now of recent they've changed it. So if you've been here, you studied here, probably you worked here, it's different. I'm talking of people that are from Nigeria, gone, came here, waived. I'm saying that is not true. You can quote me anywhere, but yeah, if you are here and you studied here,
I don't know how people do it, but
as long as
I
that
don't really
person
wanna
cannot
talk
come
about
out
it
boldly
again.
to see how they did it, me, I will still stick with what is on NMC website, that no African country is allowed to get this waiver. So except that person will come out and tell us exactly how the person did it, I will still stick with what I'm seeing online. I will not just say anybody can just wake up and say I got it. But that doesn't mean that you didn't get it. If you get it, that's good for you. But as long as you cannot show me your proof or tell me how you did it, you have not said anything. That's what
see what this person said. I like that. Ogui ophthalmic nurse.
Who got banned from
Nigeria. Yeah. So I think if you have so much of experience and you believe that you qualify to take about 6 weeks, please go for it, honestly.
And because ophthalmic nursing is like a specialty in Nigeria, you have to do it for 1 year. I think the post-basic course is 1 month. Yeah. So some trusts do that, but it depends on the particular specialty.
What's the next question now? Wow, imagine on live session.
I'm backing my baby. What will I do? So let's talk about nursing practice in the UK, like the pros and the cons. I know I've spoken about some. If you are Nozio mentioned, if you are new, don't go to London. Cash madam say no, it's not that expensive. So tell us in the UK, the pros and cons. Like what do you like so far? What do you think it can be better? And then advice to people that are coming. Like what is the nursing? Let's dig into the nursing practice in UK.
Mention name. We talk. It's not me. I'm resting.
Yes, Nozio will start.
Okay, so me, I feel like the most important advantage in the UK that I would say I know is the support you get, and also the fact that you can get sponsorship to any level you want. Okay.
Let me just quickly answer this question. Can I apply for theater roles? Of course. I have a video on see if you're on this live session and you're not subscribed to NOSMJ TV, you are a suspect.
You're a suspect.
You're a suspect. Honestly. It's like you don't want to travel, but you're cutting two corners. You're disguising. You're disguising. Because if you want to travel, these are channels you should be subscribed to. Subscribe to Fella's channel, Dio's channel. There are lots of amazing nursing creators. Okay? I have a video that I dedicated to this. I am a registered don't let me speak nonsense English. I'm a registered nurse from Nigeria.
Yeah.
I did my diploma in nursing. I'm also registered perioperative nurse from Nigeria. I have my license from Nigeria. Okay, and I came to the UK as a theater nurse. I practiced in UK for about a year or two, and then I became a senior theater practitioner. I was practicing as a band 5 normal nurse in the theater. Okay, all of this was from Nigeria. Okay, I got a job as a band 5 theater nurse from Nigeria. There's nothing so special about it. Yeah. The only difference is you don't have a special registration. You don't have a special CBT. You're taking the general adult registered nurse registration pathway, everything, the same thing. The only difference is when you are applying for your jobs, you are searching for theater roles. You're searching for band 5 nurse in the theater if you want to come in as a theater nurse. Now, the funny thing is that you don't even need a theater nurse experience to get a theater nurse role in UK. I have worked with lots of nurses that they did not even have any experience. Never. I had some that were from ICU, some were from OPD, outpatient department. They've never been in the theater before. Because UK, they don't recognize that as a special. They believe that any nurse can be trained to take up any role, like any challenging role. You are a nurse, you're a registered nurse. You should be able to function anywhere, right? But you will, with the current situation, you will have a better edge, better opportunity if you are already a theater nurse from your country. It will, of course, they will want someone that has more experience than someone that is a complete novice, right? So it's the same registration. I have the full video on my channel. Please check it out. How to become a band 5 theater nurse in United Kingdom. You need to structure your CV to look like a theater nurse. Do you understand? Structure your CV. Your application search, you're searching for theater nurse roles, your supporting statement, you are claiming your love, you're feeling love for theater. Do you understand? Honestly, it's all the same pathway. Just watch the video and start from there. Anesthetic nursing. We have an anesthetic nursing here.
So what about nurse anesthetists in the UK? What band score are they giving? So we do not have what we call nurse anesthetists in the UK.
No,
what we have is
nurses.
Anesthetic
nurse.
Yeah.
Anesthetic nurse. Now what for you?
No, but no,
Anesthetic nurse,
a lot of people are confusing it.
Is it different?
A lot of people are confusing it here in the UK. Because the one that is more popular is the nurse anesthetic, and that one is in the US. In the UK, we call them nurse anesthetic.
That's true.
So because that's a separate but you can liken them to anesthesia associates in the UK. But yeah, anesthetic nurses here, they start at band 5, then you can go up the band to as much as you want. So yeah, that's what they are.
There's only few things I want to add to that. As an anesthetic nurse, right, from Nigeria, you can apply for anesthetic nursing. But when you are looking for the job, you will see them mostly as ODP roles. They'll say band 5 theater nurse / ODP. That ODP is operating department practitioner, and they do the same, they carry out the same role as anesthetic nurses in the UK. In the UK, I think there was a period where they had so much shortage of anesthetic nurses, so they started training nurses as anesthetic. They were training nurses as anesthetic nurses, and then they were also training other people that were not nurses as ODP. So those ones have a separate name called operating department practitioner. And if you're already a nurse and you're taking the anesthetic course, then you'll be called anesthetic nurse. You get my point? So if you're looking for a job as an anesthetic nurse right from Nigeria or from your country, you will be looking for theater nurse role. It will be posted as theater nurse role / ODP. You won't see anesthetic nurse. Anyway, since I've been searching for jobs, I did not see anesthetic nurse. I see only band 5 theater nurse / ODP. So ODP is operating department practitioner, and it's all about anesthetic nursing. It's all about supporting your anesthetists, helping them to do what Nurse Dio is doing.
So the ODP is not just anesthetic nurses or replacing. They are also scrub nurses, okay?
Yeah, they do three. It depends on where you want to specialize.
Yeah. So like what she said, whenever you apply for that as ODP or theater nursing, you have to specify that you are going for only anesthetics. If not, they will put you anywhere they like. Because they'll put you anywhere like. So whenever you are doing your interview or anything, make sure you put anesthetics only. Otherwise, they'll just put you around.
Yeah,
or some people just do rotation as well.
Yeah, I think when I was working with a student ODP, they I think it's 3 years or 4 years, and the first year you do your rotation in recovery, you do your rotation in theater scrub nurse, and you also do your rotation with the ODPs to learn the anesthetic side. So it's always 3. So at the end, you now decide: do I want to be on the scrub side? Do I want to be on the anesthetic side, or do I want to go to recovery room? So that's why it's important during your application, please specify. anesthetic nurse in the anesthetic room. they don't throw you inside theater and you've never spoke for any case before. You understand? Right. Don't waste your talent in the theater. Just go for what you're already very good at. Yeah.
Okay. So
I don't think ODP have a special registration, do they?
They have a PIN.
They have a PIN now.
As a matter of fact, it's 4 years now. They're not degree holders. It used to be diploma, and even when it was diploma, they had a PIN. But right now, they're now BSc holders, and then they have a PIN. Yeah.
Oh.
So they sign control drugs. They do. The only thing they don't do is they don't give medication.
But if you are an anesthetic nurse already, your PIN is with NMC now as a nurse.
Yeah, it's the same PIN. The only thing is to add the certificate to your NMC registration, but it's the same PIN.
Thank you.
We have moved on from that.
Yes. Can the students?
Dio was saying something before.
No, yes. Let's just answer question. Yes. So the what you like about the UK nursing, the pitfalls people should avoid, and then just general. Yeah.
Okay, so like the first one I said was the career progression. They can sponsor you to school free of charge with your hospital.
I love it.
Yeah, I think that's the most important thing I love. I don't know what to say. Only, but
if not for my children right now, the way you talk about UK, 3 months, I'll be my friend. Let me come and explore. Let me get sponsorship to do and come back here.
And then another thing I love about nursing in the UK is once you have your license, you can practice in any of the 4 countries. You can go to Scotland any day you like. You can go to Wales any day you like. You can go to Northern Ireland any day you like to practice. That's another thing I love about the UK. So you can't get bored of just one particular place. But I know most times in Canada, if you want to transfer your license, the struggle is like so much. But in the UK, it's that seamless. So it's just good. That's another thing I love about the UK. And then you can never be bored of nursing in the UK. By the time, like me, I've worked in 3 different settings. By the time you are getting bored of this particular specialty, bam, you transfer your license to another. Just apply for a new job.
You're very promiscuous.
You're
jumping from one place to another.
No, the only thing I don't do is jump from one man to another. But if I get bored of some kind of, I can't. No, honestly, nothing in the UK can be boring. That's just the truth. Especially if you work in some specialty, you are doing the same thing every day. Every day.
That's why I can't work outside the theater. I'm sorry.
What?
I can't work outside the theater.
Well, that's for you, but me, I feel like some places are just too like routine. So you get bored and you just want to try something else. Like me, I like exploring a lot of things. I don't know how people stay in one job for 10 years. I'm so sorry. I don't know how.
Like how?
Yes, I can't do that. So no matter how, even if I'm the manager of that place, I will leave one day. So I like exploring. I want to see how
this is your own business. What is your business? What do you do?
I will sell it and move to another place. I want to do something new. I want to learn something because once you start doing something 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, it gets boring. So you just, and that's one good thing I love about the UK. It's just
and
easy.
That's why you travel a lot, right?
What?
And from one location to another. Ajala.
Yes, because
Mrs.
Ajala
Ajala.
the same thing.
Yes, it came so handy. Yes.
You cannot be eating okra soup every day, I beg. When you try something else. So yeah, those are like the main things I love about the UK. Yeah.
Yeah. No, MJ, our speaker. Do you have something to add?
I was expecting Dio to mention that. Do you know that when you are in the UK, if you're trying to go to the United States, right? Maybe your main destination is United States. You can come to UK first.
Oh, okay.
Because from Nigeria, processing the whole thing, the whole stress, the whole worry, internet connection, maybe you're using MTN everywhere you go, but it's not even everywhere you go. You get everything can be so frustrating. US pathway is like 24 months. Almost 24 months of your life waiting for something to come true, you know. But if you come to the UK first, you settle in the UK, you're cool, you can access different other pathways, and it's easier. You're even more respected. You have more experience, right? To add to your CV. Then number 2, there are also other countries. Like if you have a UK registration, you can apply to Australia or New Zealand.
Yeah.
that you don't even have to do any extra exam.
Yes, Nosdio is Australia RN too now.
I was expecting us to tell us about it too, but
It's
shall
not
we?
everybody that wants to
Yes,
move
now.
out of the UK now. We are focusing on UK, so I can't
Even
be bringing
though-
Australia. It's going to confuse people that are watching us.
Even though, but
Oh,
it's like
okay.
an addition, it's like a
Yeah.
plus for
Okay.
them. So accessing other pathways from the UK is really good. Another thing about the UK that I really love is, of course, you're exposed to other cultures. There are culture shocks that will shock you. But you become more from Nigeria that you cannot say thank you to your driver, like your bus driver. In UK, you'll be thanking them. Even if you refuse, I will not thank them. Why would I think I not pay? You will find out that you're already getting used to be more
Yeah.
courteous. To be more courteous. And here in the UK, there's nothing like you have to bribe anyone to get through your way. Things are just, it's just so easy to get things done. If you need to apply for a job, you don't need to know one headmaster from one school
Headmaster.
to get anything done. If you need your license to be gotten from NMC UK, you do not need to you don't need to start looking for somebody that knows someone that knows someone for you to get your license. In fact, anywhere you want your license sent to, they will even send it for free. You get, so the support is there, the community. Unlike Canada, now somebody's in Toronto and somebody is in Squashwanja. What do you call that one? The African community in UK is just amazing. It's superb. There's almost nowhere that you go to that you will not see Africans. It's almost nowhere that you go to that you will not see people that will smile at you, be welcoming. Although there is subtle racism, but it's very rare. UK is more accepting. Yeah, you can feel more at home in UK. However, the downside to living in the UK, of course, is like what is everywhere else. Of course, you will miss home. Nowhere can be like home. Let's be honest. That's why we all
Even home too is not homing.
Ah, now wow.
Yes, now the tribalism that has been happening. Have you not been seeing it? Home is not home. Let's just say it's everywhere in the world.
We cannot even make reference to that again, because still what happened in the last election, it was disgraceful. Like,
So can a student studying the BSc nursing top-up program in the UK get a job in the UK after writing the IELTS, CBT, and OSCE and switch to tier 2 sponsorship while still studying? All these are not tier 2. Me, I don't understand it. So what?
Tier 2 is the work visa and tier 4 is the student visa.
Okay.
So yes, you can transfer to tier 4. Sorry, you can transfer for a tier 4 visa to tier 2 visa. However, I think at the moment the update is still that you need to go back to your country for you to be able to switch to a tier 2 visa. But I also heard from some that they are able to switch from a tier 4 visa to a tier 2 visa. If you get a sponsor, that is ready to sponsor your I'm playing the music. I hope it will not affect your live video later.
No, everything is clear here. Are you hearing anything?
Alexa, boss.
Alexa, mommy.
I just remember that I'm playing more music.
I know
YouTube is very crazy.
Yeah.
I know YouTube is very crazy.
That's true.
Yeah, I really hope it has not messed up your video. Anyway, Anyway, so what were we talking about? Yeah, you can switch from a tier 4 visa to a tier 2 visa, but you need to finish your studies. You cannot say while you're still on a tier 4 visa, you're studying. You need to finish your study. If you're a nurse, I advise you to actually come as a nurse. But if you want to come as a student, you need to finish that studying, because that's what they gave you visa to come and do. When you finish your studies, then you will get a job with a sponsorship and switch to a tier 2 visa. That's just a simple way to explain it.
During NMC registration, can I apply directly to mental health nursing without being registered as a mental health nurse in Nigeria?
I didn't get that. Can you register as a mental health nurse?
And because also have mental health background.
I mentioned it earlier that there are people who don't have any experience working in the theater and they get theater nurse jobs. So it all depends. It boils down to the employer. Some employers, they don't mind. They don't mind as long as you've shown interest and passion in the role. They don't mind, right? I think I know someone that is currently a registered nurse from Nigeria, a mental health nurse, and he did not do mental health nursing. And he came to UK as a mental health nurse. He is practicing. He is popular on Twitter. He is practicing as a mental health nurse in the UK without any previous mental health nursing registration or license. So yes, it is very, very possible. I mean, if people have done it, then it is possible.
But what I would like to add to that is, if you get a job from Nigeria and you don't have mental health background, you didn't do mental health CBT, please, as much as possible, immediately you get to the UK, please write your CBT in mental health. Because I know I'm saying this, your employer might not mind, but anything that will make you go to NMC, anything that will make NMC to someone you. No, I know I'm saying no. Anything that will make NMC to you will go. See, one sweet thing about the UK is you might be doing something wrong and it will not be any problem, but immediately you get someone or immediately you get a problem, and then they look at your pin. Your pin is in adult nursing, and God forbid, God forbid, I don't wish to anybody, but peradventure a mental health nurse, a mental health patient died on your shift due to suicide, and then they say, why is your pin in adult nursing? My dear, even if you are not even at fault. Even if you are not at fault, that alone will take your pin away from you. So as much as possible, it's possible, but immediately you get here, please get your mental health CBT, get your mental health OSCE, and become a certified mental health nurse with a mental health pin.
Honestly, I don't know why anyone that doesn't have experience as a mental health nurse will even want to practice.
Yeah, exactly. But people are doing it because there's a lot of mental health nurses. People are doing it. And even like
the employers are desperate.
They are desperate. So they don't care. They don't really care. So that's why I always say employers don't care about you.
And not many of these employers are used to international nurses. So there's some things that they don't even know. Not many of them are used to. Some of them just started opening up to international nurses, especially from Nigeria. Do you get? Yeah. They are not very open to it. So they might not even know that they are doing something wrong. They just want to fill a position. So really, to be honest, they say you are promiscuous, I beg, cannot do you see? Don't bring your own profession to another. so yes, I think that point is very, very valid. It's very, very, very valid. Yeah.
While studying your master's in the UK, can one write this for IELTS and CBT while in the UK?
Yeah, you can do that.
Of course, sure.
That's even the best time while you're still studying. When I found out that my company won't be sponsoring me for my degree in nursing, I enrolled myself. Sometimes we don't have to wait for sponsorship from where we work. Derby University to rest.
Most hospitals will sponsor you. It depends on the time. It depends on the time
you can get sponsorship.
It depends on the time that you are requesting for the sponsorship, because some people don't know that they have to tell them in advance. It's not only you requesting for sponsorship. There are lots of people that want sponsorship to study for one course or the other. Another thing is, it depending on how important that course that you want to do is to the department.
Yeah.
Because they don't want an unnecessary investment. There are lots of people to be sponsored. So most of the time, there are courses that they will sponsor you to take because it is very, very relevant to your department, and they are in short of it. Like now in my hospital, they are begging us to come and do ODP. I mean, I don't want to do, right? But we are very short. So they are begging people to take up the course and do the course. So it depends.
What I'm doing is I'm still going to be working for that same trust, right? While I'm
yes, you'll be working. They will now adjust. It will be your other colleagues suffering it, because they will have to adjust your study with your rota, study days and all of that. They will have to accommodate all the adjustments. But yeah, most of the time it all depends on your department, the business needs, honestly. But yeah, if they are not ready to sponsor you, and then the period that you're requesting, it might not be possible. That's why I say it's 50%, 75% or 100%. It all depends on how much people are requesting for sponsorship at that time, yeah, and the need of the department, yeah. But you can do it.
Can you apply? I don't know.
Can you apply for what?
For
job sponsorship before you can, but right now with the way things, before people do it, with agencies, but right now with the current situation, you need to pass your IELTS and your CBT. People that have even passed IELTS and CBT, they have not even seen job. talk more if you haven't passed it. It's a crucial step that I feel like you should take before you start looking for a job.
Okay? Debbie, are you in the UK already? Because I think so those are in the UK. She's saying hospital looking to sponsor ODP. Let us know.
Yeah, it's for those that are in the UK.
Debbie, are you in the UK?
You can't do ODP course if you are on that tier 2 visa. ODP is a full-time course. You can't do it.
How many years is it?
But if you're already a nurse,
it's 4 years. So that's not ODP. That's not you doing ODP. So that's you doing the postgrad anesthetic course.
Yeah, but they call them everybody ODP.
I'm not
ODP. I'm not ODP. Everybody.
It's different. So if you tell them like that, they'll feel, because that one's like you can't do it. Your visa does not allow you to do it because it's full time. But the anesthetic course is part time.
Okay. Anesthetic course. Just ask your PDN. They'll be able to point you to if they are sponsoring or if they are in need of ODPs. I'm sorry, anesthetic nurses.
Please, what's the easiest way to come into the UK with my family?
Where are the other question on your link that you sent to me? I know for like you're dropping the energy.
Sorry, I'm trying to also, anyone
answer people.
We've answered. No, I wanted to know what are the criteria I need to before I can get sponsorship, because I can't just get to a trust now and say I need sponsor in the next 6 months. Do I have to work with them for 1 year, 3 months before I can get sponsorship for masters, for BSc?
No, you don't have to. The thing is, there are some people that come to University of Wolverhampton, immediately they get their own COS. It comes with sponsorship directly. So it depends on the hospital. Some hospitals sponsor immediately. Once you come and you just have diploma, they'll sponsor you for a top up immediately. So your employment comes with a university. What am I saying? School. It comes with school. So it just depends on your trust. If you are ready for that particular course, there's no criteria. You don't have to stay with them 1 year. But the only thing is, when they sponsor you, you have to sign a contract. Some of them will say sign a contract to stay with us after your graduation.
They have stopped it. They've stopped them from. They feel like
So
it's like compelling.
Wow. For me, I have to sign a contract with mine.
They stopped it in London. They feel like you are compelling them, so you don't have to stay with them. Now, people are not nice. Now they will train them as anesthetic nurses, and before you know it, sister, I'm leaving. Why are you leaving? After training you, it's not fair.
The only thing is they'll ask you to pay back. Most of the time, they'll ask you to pay back what they've given, but they don't really.
Are there specialties in the UK that people are not undiscovered specialties that can make you get extra money, extra pay, like people do not know about, or they know about it and they are not even paying attention to it?
There are plenty specialty, especially from ICU side. There are lots of specialties. It's just that, in UK, I feel like in other countries, the more you study, the more you earn, right? But it doesn't really apply in UK. Like, you don't earn so much extra, but you don't earn so much of extra money. But if you work, bless me, let me drink. But if you work as an agency nurse, that's where the money comes from. And one of them is endoscopy nursing. Sorry.
Okay.
One of them is endoscopy nursing. The other day I was trying to speak with one of our endoscopists that, how can you become an endoscopic nurse? And they said the reason why they've not been training so much nurses is because there's no funding to do it. And once they train them, because the few ones that they've trained, they leave and start working with agency.
You know how much agency pay endoscopy nurses?
I think they pay them about £100 per hour. I think someone said in a day she makes like 1,000.
Yeah, that's how much they make. So why would I?
Like, why would I not want to go and do agency? So they said once they train them, they run.
Of course.
And they start working as agency nurses. So yeah, endoscopy is one. There's a lot of specialty in UK. Infection control is another specialty. If you don't mind doing like 9 to 5 or 8 to 5, there are lots of specialties that once you cross to those specialties, you don't get to do the regular shifts. Yeah, I always advise that it depends on your interest, and also these kind of specialties also give you more time to spend with your family. Like, think about clinical research nurses. They work like 8 to 5. Some even work from home. Like, they work from home as nurses. Everything from home. So these are specialties that not a lot of people talk about, and the requirement to even be a clinical research nurse is not even that much. Yeah, I think I have a video on the specialties in nursing, and I talked about, I think I mentioned like 5 or 6 specialties, and I think Joe also has a video on
Yes, I think it
specialties.
has a video of specialty.
Yeah, that you can actually check. There are lots of specialties. In the UK, you can also become a nurse practitioner. In fact, your employer can sponsor you to become a nurse practitioner. They can sponsor you to become a nurse practitioner. But for nurse practitioners in the UK, anything, see, if you're thinking about money in UK, you will not chase a lot of things. I feel like there should be specialty rates. But still, everybody's still on band 4, band 5, band 6, that banding thing. Do you understand? I feel like as there are some specialties that they deserve their own extra credit. The only time as a theatre nurse that they pay off extra money is on bank shifts. That's the only time we get extra specialty rates. And you make more money. Once you do the specialties, you make more money as agency nurses. And that's like travel nurses that they call it elsewhere. Yeah. They are the ones that pay you more money. But under NMC, under NHS rather, you don't make so much money. So if money is your motivation for going for these courses, please just forget about it. But if it is interest and passion and you want to try a new thing, there's sexual health nurses. So, there are sexual health nurses. There's almost a specialty for everything.
For everything.
Diabetic nurses.
Yeah, I have a friend. That's what she's
diabetic nurses, special health nurses, clinical research, nurse practitioner, anesthetic nurses, dialysis nurses, intensive care unit, of course. That one is very popular. Anesthetic nurses, anything in nursing, literally. I think the other day someone mentioned IT nurse. There's IT nurse now.
Digital.
Yes. There is different specialty. It all depends on what you're interested in. I always tell people, once you want to explore a specialty outside of your current one, you can speak with your practice development nurses. They are in charge of your training, development, checking out extra courses for you. You can speak with them and let them know that this is your interest, this is what you think you want to do, and you can really, dive into it. There's loads of specialties. I think Dio should also mention some specialties that she knows.
You mentioned most of them, but another one I can mention is pain management nurse. I don't think that's so popular, but that's a very good specialty. Yeah, pain
There's another one in ICU that they work on the plane. They travel. This
flight nurses.
Not even flight nurses. Organ.
Okay, organ transplanter or something like that.
I think they're organ transplant nurses or something. Very fun. There are not much of them. They are desperate for nurses to come under that specialty. They travel everywhere. Anywhere there is going to be an organ to harvest, they are there. It's so much fun seeing. I've scrubbed for them on some cases. They have their own team. So they come with their own team. Once maybe there's a patient on ICU that that they might actually go off the life support, you call them, you inform them. So these ones, they come around, they have their surgeons, they have their consult, they have their anesthetists, they have their whole complete
we
team.
Just leave the theater for them.
Exactly, but
we just leave the theater there. Whenever they come, we hand them everything and we just
be like, sister, can you please, just scrub or just help us set things down? But they end up setting it by themselves. And I'm just watching in here. I'm like, wow, see the organ. Like, it's so beautiful. I'm telling you. The other day, they came to give us some training and they said they are desperate to look for nurses. It was enticing me, but I'm like, I want to be travel up and down. Do you get, like, they travel all around the world to go and get organ. They call them from everywhere. They can call them anytime. Because it might be midnight that they want an organ is ready to be harvested, So they go everywhere, every country. They travel. It's when they are giving their presentation, it's so beautiful, amazing to watch. So that's another specialty that you can actually do. But imagine doing that so much work and you are not earning so much money. Another one is actually marine nurses. And I think aviation nurses, marine nurses. I spoke with one nurse the other day. She's in the military nurse. But I think for the military one, you have to do a degree to be a military nurse. She gave me the pathway then. I think I later forgot and I didn't chase it up. So there are a lot of fun specialties in UK. It's just that if it's about money, forget it. But it's about promiscuity, like some people.
we can go for it.
Another one is wound management nurses. They are different from tissue viability nurses, okay? Because most times wound management, they say it's not the same as tissue viability. With the wound management nurses, the good thing is when you are registered with agencies, they just call you to go and dress wound in a community, and then they pay you for almost the whole day.
Wow.
But meanwhile you clean the wound for just less than 1 hour. Oh. So it's that one is like, I don't know if I would say it's a side hustle self, because literally you just go for, like, if you have training on wound management in your NHS trust, sometimes NHS these short courses we do, you have wound care. You can use that to register agency, and then anytime they have a wound in your area, maybe diabetic foot ulcer, and they don't have district nurses enough, because they are really short of district nurses. That's another specialty anyway.
Community nurses.
Yeah, they will now say, hi, are you available to go and clean this wound? So it's just like wound care nurses.
Are you available to go and clean this wound?
But it's true, that's what they do.
And there's stroke nurses too. Stroke nursing.
Yeah.
Honestly, there is a lot of specialty. Advanced care practitioners. These are emergency care practitioners. There's lots of specialties for you to explore. Watch our videos. Most of them are
they have videos on their channel that you can watch. So managing relationships in the UK, because it's very busy. Single, Nozio is married. Thank God.
Shade me.
No, she has a partner. She has not called us for we are putting ring together in the hand, but we know she has a partner. She used to cover his face with emoji everywhere.
No face, no case.
Thank you. No ring, no case too. No ring, no case.
I want to know what is the relationship in the UK. Nozio will tell us from the married aspect. MJ will tell us from the maybe engaged and not yet, or maybe the emoji people aspect. Anyone she wants to choose, let her choose it.
Where did you meet your partner? Tell us. Promiscuous woman.
There's a video on our channel.
I'm not promiscuous, so I dated my husband for more than 4 years.
It's not about your relationship, it's about your nursing.
Okay, the only thing I don't like is one word.
Wait, I think it's Snapchat. Is it Snapchat?
Yeah, we met on Snapchat.
I watched that.
Wow. So people are meeting lovers on Snapchat, and I was on Chatter for a long time. I could have left.
Different Snapchat you had. But generally, what I would say about relationship, marriage, and all that in the UK is people do not create time for it. That's why it's like difficult. People are just too busy making money, picking shifts, blah, blah, blah. You don't rest, you don't have time. I don't know. That's why I feel that's why it's actually an issue, and people have not yet adjusted to the fact that.
Is your husband also in the UK now, Nozio?
Yeah, he's in the UK.
Oh, okay. Has he always? Are you always been in the UK?
No.
Okay.
So it was LDR.
Yes, of course.
Hey, yeah, give me past question.
Communication is the only, and people should be meeting. Like me, most times we meet almost every 6 months, 1 year.
So we travel together, and that time why did it?
Who is doing
us?
No, but majority of the time I do travel alone.
Who is taking a
vacation? I didn't lie to anybody. The day I traveled with him, I always saw me and my partner, But anytime, like when we went to Maldives, we went together, and I posted it before even our marriage that I am my baby. But if I'm going alone, I do travel alone as well. Even now that we are married, I travel alone more than like with him. Yeah.
So who is taking the sexy pictures? You think say you wise? Who is taking the pictures? Fine angles.
I have tripod. I see people. I'm a friendly person. I just say, hi, please, can you take me a picture? Yes, everybody's happy to take pictures. So it's not. You don't have to be.
I don't believe you. I don't believe
you. MG.
But how is it like? Which is not in the medical field. I think he's not in the medical field. So like your job, you still have some time because you still have some time for each other, like in a marriage.
Because he works from home most of the time.
Oh, nice. Because if he doesn't work from home,
past question.
Getting job from home. Oh yeah. No, say MJ, tell us.
Tell us what.
Tell us
how you married people again.
How did you meet your own partner, you MJ, on Twitter?
That story is for another day.
Okay, you tell us on the wedding day. Remember I told you I have to be at that wedding.
We met on social media. I think one of the things that, especially nurses, I'm going to attack nurses. Honestly, you go to work every day. You're at work every weekend, and when they ask you to, when you're asked to go for an occasion or hang out, you're still taking extra shifts. You hardly go out, and then so it's very possible that most of your time is on the internet. You're either on Instagram or Facebook or WhatsApp or Twitter, And yet, some people will send you message, you will not respond to your DM. Please, where are you? You now come back and be commenting on other people's posts when they get engaged.
God,
or get
when?
When you respond to your DM. When you respond to your DM. Honestly, people
so
meet
that
that.
MJ, which are social media? Is it Twitter?
I will not.
It's
I'm
Twitter.
not
It's
yet.
Twitter.
I will not say it yet. I will not
Yeah,
say
you don't want to
it's
tell.
a
Oh,
secret.
okay.
It's a secret. It's a secret for future. Until you put a ring on it, I will not see anything.
Okay.
You don't understand? Yeah, but it was on social media, and that was the very first time me that I'm attacking people. That was the first time I actually responded to anybody like that in a very long while, because I don't chop breakfast for this same UK. Maybe I had breakfast session yesterday on Instagram.
Yeah.
Please,
So
which kind of breakfast? In bed,
so
or
this man was involved in a cookathon against me. He cooked the food, and then I ended up serving the breakfast back to him. Do you understand? So I think we met on Instagram. It was all cool. And then there was a time he ghosted me for like a week, and then came back and said, "Hey, I missed you." And you know, there is something that we call winter syndrome. Winter now.
whenever it's cold, that's when they remember.
So I said, "Oh, winter is coming. I believe it's not missing me." Thank you, sir. So why did you ghost me? I felt like we were not compatible. So relations. I said, so now what happened? Are we now compatible again? I feel like we should be right. You're crazy. You're very crazy. Anyway, that one went off like that. I didn't, you have to know your worth as a woman. You need to know what you want. And by the time he came back, I already thought, I've had enough fun with him. Let him be going. Because me too, I was looking for a duvet. I was looking for winter duvet when they came. Okay. So I've gotten a new duvet. Sir, you can come and be going. So
gotten a new duvet.
Yes, now it's for winter duvet. That's what they do. That's what they all do too now. They look for duvet. And once the weather has gone, they will change back to their natural self. Yeah, so abroad you need to be open to different kind of channel. Yeah, you can meet your partner on social media. You can meet your partner anywhere. People also use people also use dating apps. Back in Nigeria, my Nigerian self, we say anybody that is using dating app is a prostitute or a prostitute. But now it's something that you don't have a choice. Everybody's always going home. Only 3 times since I've been in the UK did anybody stop me on the road to say hello. How are you? Can I have your number? Only 3 times. Like in 4 years. That back in Nigeria like this. Sexy girl. Can I give you a lift? But yeah. They know they even on to start. Nobody's stopping.
Nobody's stopping. How the system is here, like women can easily just call the police on you for harassing them unnecessarily.
Another thing is that can they park anyhow? Nigeria, they can park anyhow.
Before they will park, you are gone already.
Exactly. So they cannot park anyhow. So how will anybody stop you? The only way someone can stop you is in London when you are walking together.
And you're walking too fast. You'll be walking too fast, going to work. Ow! Slow down, madam. Calm down.
And smile, so you have to be open to social media relationship. And you also have to be open to a lot of be ready to compromise. I never in my life did I ever believe that or imagine that I will go into a long distance relationship, because I'm a very mushy person. I'm a touchy person. I want to feel you. I want to touch you. I want to be with you all the time. I'm a sweet girl. And forget all this social media. I love when I love the person, right? So I want to see you all the time. I want to talk to you all the time. I'm roots in relationship, honestly. I am. Once I like one person, is that person for life, right? So when I met this one, I felt like it's something we can try. I like him so much that imagine that the only barrier between us is distance, and I can't cope with that, right? So I couldn't let it all go because of distance. But when I'm done with this one, he said, in my next life, I will look for. I said, please don't look for me, sir. This once he said, no, look for me. Why do you want to look for me? Please, it's not easy. It's not easy for him to travel like your own partner, right? Yeah. It's not so easy. He's still in the process of doing a lot of things. So we've not seen for almost 2 years now.
Wow. That's
I
a
will
lot.
die.
By the
Okay.
time
So
they
you
come
can go and
to,
see him now. Why you?
my mom said I should not come to Nigeria until I have 2 children.
My sister. You will sneak in and sneak out. She will not know. Yeah,
I
2
don't know,
years.
but it's gonna
No,
be
but the
years.
man that will give you the 2 children is you have to go and see him now. Tell mommy.
It will be years soon. I've been patient and I've told her if you're not come now, it's
The
not
time
easy.
you will come.
Ha! You people will suspect. You will suspect because I'll go on social media.
Okay, well, let me be waiting for the next time.
Anytime you go off, we say,
Yeah, the man don't lie.
Don't be worried. Don't be worried. He's around. Just know he's around.
oh my
Yeah.
god.
So relationship
I'm
abroad.
so
We all put
we
to
spoke
social
about
media.
breach of contracts. Do you get that question?
Yeah.
I don't get to. Can you talk about breach of contract? Because I learned the individuals who breach theirs, and when someone used them for reference
You've taken it off.
Sorry.
in that same establishment, they don't get the job. You heard?
You get.
I don't understand the breach of
I don't
contract.
understand the question. Okoye Christiana, please rephrase your question. Let us.
Because when you get to UK, right? When you come to the UK, you have a contract that you have to sign, right?
Mhm.
And sometimes most employers now, I think they're signing 5 years. They're giving you a 5 years visa. No, I think it depends. 2 years, 3 years, 5 years visa. But most employers will give you 2 years visa, and some are now giving you 5 years visa, right? And when you come in, you have to sign a contract that you work with them because they are, especially if they are sponsoring you. If you're not sponsored, if you're sponsoring you, paying for your trip, paying for your visa, paying for your accommodation, paying for your flights, and every other thing. So you're expected to work with them for a period of time. Now, it is really important that you read your contract very well.
Very well.
The employer will say, and I had a lot of colleagues in that situation and even friends in that situation. So employers will say, if you leave them before 3 years, you have to pay certain amount of money back. My own employer, when I came in my own cohort, they said, if you want to leave, they go. They didn't mind. Do you get? Honestly. So people were leaving before 6 months even. People were leaving before a year. It was supposed to do 3 years, right? And they didn't have to pay any money back. But right now, with the experiences that, let's be fair, some of us from Nigeria are not doing very well, or from Africa, we're not doing very well. And when you are putting, you are putting the wrong foot forward all the time to these employers, it's sending a red flag to them. So they would rather pick a Filipino or even an Indian because those people are loyal. Hey, those people, they are the ones that you will see in one place for 10 years as band 5, and they will not give them back, they will not mind, they will not move. They're very loyal, right? So if you, depending on what you have signed with your employer, please abide by your contract. If for any reason, maybe you're not happy at that job, maybe you're being bullied, maybe you're not being supported, there are different steps to take. The first step is report it to your line manager. Let them know about what is going on. You're not happy. This is what is going on. If your line manager does not support you, escalate it to the practice development nurses. They're also in charge of ensuring that you're getting the right training and support. If those two, they're not doing so well to support you, and then people are now even getting what they so you're reporting us, we even make life more difficult for you, because we cannot deny the fact that some people are having it difficult at their work. Then you can escalate it further to the HR. Now, at this level, you now let the HR know that I am not happy at this place. I want to stop working with you, and this is the reason. Now, this is where it is important that you have a union. Have a union. People will come here and they'll be banking on vibes and inshallah. Honestly, you need to have a union, because when you get in trouble, these are the people that you can call to actually support you.
Yeah.
Me, you will not come and I will say I want to go to court with you. Me, I will not do anything. No, I cannot only advise you. I will not do anything. Do you understand? Even if you call Nigerian nurses in UK, nobody will come out too, because everybody is still protecting their pin and their visas. Nobody is really ready to fight for you. You get what I'm saying? But your union will fight for you. So you can inform your union that this is what you're going through at work and you want to, stop working with them. That way you can actually avoid paying them any money, because it is their fault that you are not being supported. You get my point? So there are steps you can take. Now, if you want to leave an employer, because they are the one giving you sponsorship, of course, if you're on a tier 2 sponsorship, like they gave you the certificate of sponsorship, you need to get another employer that will give you a certificate of sponsorship, because you only have 60 days from when they withdraw the certificate of sponsorship from you. You only have 60 days. Home Office will give you 60 days. So within that 60 days, you need to look for another employer that is ready to give you sponsorship, and which is really easy. Since you're already in the UK, you will get, and you will give, of course, you have to give a valid reason why it is happening. This is what you're facing at your previous hospital, blah, blah, blah. But please don't wait for them to sack you, or don't wait for them to terminate your contract by themselves before you start taking things up. And if you ever have to breach a contract, let it have a solid reason, because they will withdraw their sponsorship. And they might, if it's your fault, they might not get to really want to sponsor other people again to that trust. But yeah, if you want to use anyone as a reference, let it be someone you have worked with. Someone messaged me the other day and asking me for reference. I don't even know you.
Exactly.
I'm your subscriber on YouTube. Can you please give me reference? How?
Hey, whoa, Chineke, God. That's so funny.
Like, I've never worked with you. They said I should provide reference to someone in UK, but I don't know you. I've never worked with you. Now, if you get in trouble and they are pulling out your referees, you want me to start facing court? I've never been to court in this country. Neither have I been to the police station, So it's really important that why are you using someone that they've terminated their contract, or they've breached a contract or something as your referee? You need to use people that you know, that you've worked with, that you're working with. You can use your employers. You can provide like a relationship referee, safe. Maybe a pastor or can provide that kind of reference. Provide reference from your school. You can provide from your lecturers. Your school and your employer. So really be very careful with the kind of references you provide. So that's all I know about breach of contract. Maybe you want to add something.
Yeah, I think it's the same thing. If you are breaching your contract, as long as it's what is in your contract, you can either leave. Me, I don't even advise anybody to stay and be escalating. Me, if you come and they just start.
Promise first. You're not even giving them.
I know I'm saying this. See, let me tell you. Once you start, anything that make you start to report somebody, my dear, forget it. Just forget it, because this. I don't want to sound racist or anything, but these people, the other people, if you report somebody that is close to them, at the manager, they have favorites. They have people they've worked with. As much as they say, oh, everybody's equal, forget that. They have people that have favorites. Anytime make you report their favorite to them, instead of them to legally take everything up, they'll meet at the pub. They'll meet at the pub and discuss about you. And then they'll come to work the next day and put you into trouble. I've seen people lose their pin for somebody reporting them for something everybody does.
Wow.
Someone was you because you sleeping extra 30 minutes. I'm like, why didn't you wake up?
Have you ever been reported because you ate bread?
Bread.
Yes, people have been reported for eating bread. Bread that everybody eats in the hospital, toast the bread and eat, especially on night shift. But people have been reported for something as silly as that. So that's what I'm saying. Anything that makes you to start reporting, as much as possible, endure. Okay, but if it goes to that point where you have to be reporting to HR, report to this, my sister, just look for somewhere.
Just move.
No, honestly, it's not what the reporting.
Somebody say, how do you address yourself in UK? Nurses, how do you address it?
This one is very funny. I like that question. It's your name.
It's your name. It's just your first name they use. Yeah, I know in Nigeria it's your surname, but
it's your name. It's your name. MJ. Anything you tell them.
Exactly. That's what I'm going to say. Anything you tell, even if your name is anything, if you say call me this, they'll call you that.
That's what they'll call you. Anything you tell them is what they'll call you.
Yeah.
Do we have more questions? Your question, please drop, because we are leaving now.
Somebody say, what's the relationship
between senior nurse and junior nurses like?
It depends. I think it depends on your department. Some managers are very kind. Some seniors are very sweet. Like me, I'm very sweet. I'm very sweet to my team. Yeah, but some are not very friendly. But most of them are actually sweet and friendly. Just that they can be smiling to you and they're already writing emails. They're writing emails to report you, but you still be smiling. The email is piling up against you.
So just don't look for a relationship. When you're going to work, you're going to work. Just go to work and work. Of course, be friendly, smile, but do your job and make sure you are doing your job well. And if anything is not all right, say it. What's that thing that they used to say in train station?
Say it, sort it.
Say it, and get it sorted. Don't keep quiet and say they have told me it's okay. Hey, I had an issue at work the other day, and I was called for a meeting. That some of these surgeons, like very nasty surgeons, were reporting, and me, I was waving it for them that they didn't really do this. It's okay. It's not a big deal. You know me, I'm not used to writing. From Nigeria, we're not used to writing emails. I mean, would they write email? You get email, you get. So we don't write emails. So me, I just feel it's not a big deal. But the ones actually doing the wrong thing, yeah, they are actually the ones writing an email. So when I was talking about it, I'm like, are you for real? This surgeon did this. They came in, they wanted to do a surgery without doing proper briefing. They didn't have a consent form, and they wanted me to send for a patient that does not have a consent form to the theater. Ow! Mission was like, okay, please, I need a statement from you. Me, I was like, I should have written a statement.
Yeah.
Like just waved it for them that it's okay. Let's just get the patient to sign the consent. Of which it is the protocol. No patient should be brought to the anesthetic room without a consent form.
Yes.
But you wanted me to send for a patient that does not have a consent form. You know, those kind of things. Me, I was not reporting. I was like, it's okay. It's just, let's just waive it. Okay, now we are sorry. We get the consent form written, because it's like you are compelling patient. What if the patient does not want to come to an anesthetic room? Now you are compelling them to do that surgery because they don't have a choice. They're already there. You get my point? This is something you should have done before they even come to the theater. But I should have written the dictics against them. But I didn't do it. I didn't report. But they now had the audacity.
Yeah.
To go and write email and say that I was obstructive.
Wow.
To a patient surgery. Really, that was not a life-threatening case. It's not that they were rushing the patient in. The patient was bleeding massively. Yeah? So I had to now get used to writing reports. So, and meanwhile, this surgeon was still smiling with me. Oh, I'm so sorry, we were rushing earlier. But you were writing me. So please, know your job. Always have a rationale behind everything you do. They'll be smiling with you, go to pub with you, and still write email against you. You don't have a friend. Me, I go to job. I'm like, make sure I just want to do my job. I'm not looking for a bestie at work. Of course, I'm very playful at work. When we have to play, we play. When we have to work, we work. Some will even say, sister, you are too strict. Please let me be strict because it's my pin on the line. When anything happens now, it's me they will come for, not you. Do you understand? You were the one in charge. You are the one in trouble. So please go to work, do your job. Don't look for bestie. Don't be prognosing inside LGBT. Don't prognosis inside government. Hey.
Oh, my, that is very serious. So that's it's too serious. Don't ever try, because
when you're in coffee
we are
room,
too religious. I'll be like,
when I'm in coffee room, I use my AirPods. Sister, what do you think about these religious people? Click. Wonderful. I listen to my music. What do you think about this? I am homosexual. Can you call? I use my AirPod. I do not want to say anything. Do you understand? You interact, but there are certain conversations that you don't want to involve yourself in. Just listen to your AirPod. If they are organizing pub, please don't drink too much that you now start insulting people.
I will start saying all the secrets in the world.
And another funny thing that I see people do is once they see you, they are profiling you. They're asking, how old are you? When did you come in? They are just profiling you. Why are you asking about my age? And then
I think it's a normal thing here.
You're very young. My first daughter. Oh, well done.
Yeah, they like that thing. Even in Canada here, they'll bring their daughter,
My first daughter is like 8. Okay. Ma, I will still delegate work to you. Okay. even if your first daughter is my age mate, you will still get delegated.
Do the work.
You will do because you are getting paid, ma. So really the relationship is good, it's cool, but just know what you're doing and protect yourself. Okay, always put your foot down and protect yourself. Defend your patient. That's like the priority for everybody on every side. The patient comes first. Okay.
So this lady that is asking about the easiest way to move. Any people say easy. I'm like, which way? There's no easy way, just a way that. But UK people answer because me, I'll use my Canada sense to answer this one. She said she has, I don't, are you a nurse? I'm sure she'll be a nurse. Chiamaka, I'm sure you're a nurse.
Let's start from there. She might not be you.
So let us know. Are you a nurse? Do you want to come to the UK as a nurse or as a student or what?
So Chiamaka, are you a nurse? Because we're rounding up this session, I love this session. It has been really mind opening. We laughed from beginning to end. We have been laughing. Who explain and witness? What's this? A witness consent by patient, the MD or the nurses. I work in Canada and that's the responsibility of the doctors. Okay.
So it's the responsibility of the doctors everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the doctor that would sign the
We have
consent.
answered this question.
The only thing that is your responsibility, I don't know for your hospital, for my hospital, is the anesthetic nurses that go to get the patient. So the only thing I do when I go to get my patient is I check the consent form has been signed. So I don't have any business in getting it signed. The doctor has signed it. Or no, the surgeon has signed it. The patient has signed it. It's in date. That is it.
So and my own business in the theater as a theater nurse is that before any patient is brought in or sent for, because the person in charge is always the one sending for the patient in my own hospital. So before you bring that patient down, you already have a consent form. Yeah. If I'm in the emergency department, if it's not an elective case, that's where we have these issues most of the time. Under emergency service, they want to, like, it's not even an emergency if you guys are still strolling in. Do you understand?
Exactly.
So patient has to have a consent form before you bring them down to the theater. My own is just to be sure that the consent form, where is it? It's available.
Yeah, that's the responsibility of the doctor. But the nurses always come in to check if it's been signed.
Somebody has I'm trying to look for it. I'm trying to look for the question. Person asked about MSc. Can MSc come in as band 6 or something like that? I know I skipped that question already. I'm trying to even find it again.
I think we have. I think we've answered a lot of questions on
this.
Yes,
actually, yes. We are rounding up.
And we've talked about relationship. We've talked about everything.
Yeah,
you can enjoy your life in UK. You can travel. You have access to a lot of leaves, annual leave.
Let's talk about the leaves, please.
Sick leave, bereavement leave.
Are you angry? Wait, Afina, what is your problem? Are you jealous?
I'm not jealous. I want to know.
Oh no! Wait, no, you people should leave UK nurses alone because you people are not.
True.
You people get paid more than us. The small things that we are enjoying.
Your aeroplane moving. True.
The small thing we are enjoying, you want to take it from us. We have 100 leaves.
Leave us.
We have 100 leaves. Leave us.
Leave us.
I want to know. Break down the leave for us, right? I want to know.
Yeah, we have maternity leave, normal general annual leave, sick leave, bereavement leave.
So is it that when I work for 3 weeks, leave, I have 1 week leave? Because leave. I need to know that as specialties not deal, always carrying bag. When I work for 2 weeks, I get 1 week leave. Is that?
So you can choose your leave as anytime you want. Okay?
I think it's like 282 hours now.
Yeah, it's more now. So you can choose your leave as anytime you want. So it doesn't have to be you wait for 1 month, 2 months. Anytime you want to. But the only thing is some hospitals say give us at least 6 weeks notice first before your annual leave. And you don't have to take all that stress. So that's why I see us traveling a lot. Some people just take 1 week annual leave every now and then.
And 1 week will look like a lot to you.
Yeah, because they will add your off days.
Yeah,
so it's like 7.5 hours. So like now, me, if I want to go on annual leave, I do make sure that my off days will start before my actual annual leave. Okay, so if
I'm currently on annual leave now.
Okay, now I want to cry.
Your leave is too much. In fact, I don't know if you are working.
So normally we are only contracted to work most of the times 3 times in a week. So basically we have 4 days off. If you don't want to do ojukokoro, you don't want to. You have 4 days off, and then I will decide to just take 37.5 hours, which is 1 week. And also I'll make sure my leave starts. If my leave starts on Saturday, I'm already off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Okay.
So that's 3 days off already. Then my leave will not start Saturday till the next Sunday. And then if you're in a good hospital, you can start your next off days attached to your leave. So normally, so your next, that's what I do. So my next leave will start, my next work day normally is 3 times in a week. So before I'll make sure that my last 3 days will be like the ending of my leave. So I'll take my other off days on that week. So it will be like 2 weeks leave that I'll have before I come back to work. So it's just like that.
Yeah, and when you're sick, if you have LD and you're not feeling too well,
you can take
hello, I don't feel too well.
You can take leave, yeah.
You understand? You call them 7 days, one episode. One episode is 7 days. After 7 days, you need to now present your GP letter.
Yeah.
So I can get 7 days because
You can get more than 7 days, even like
You
if you
can
are
get more
sick, you
than
are
7
sick.
days. Once your GP gives you, a check. the
Yeah, but if you are
GP
sick,
will clear you. So if your GP says that you need more rest, then
UK
so
is
be
the way when it comes to rest. I beg. All this Canada.
yeah, so be
And
it.
somebody with MSc in nursing apply for a band 6.
MSc in nursing, like of course now. Is the person a foundational nurse? Like maybe the person has a foundation in nursing or just masters in nursing?
Akpa, are you still here? If you are here,
Yeah,
because this is the last question.
Yeah,
This last question I'm taking these 2 hours I'm taking from these people now. If Nozio is doing labor
I need
agency,
to go. I have CVs to review. Oh.
yes, ma, consultant MJ.
I have CVs to
We
review. I have
this
emails
question
to
about scholarship. Oh, I think we have spoke
Yeah,
about
we
scholarship.
Yes.
about it.
Yes, you can get scholarship in masters in UK. You can get lots of scholarships, Chevenix scholarship. Your hospital. We talked about your hospital.
MJ's channel. She talks about this.
It's on my
Even
channel.
Instagram. Nurse Dio, if you want that life, baby get lifestyle. You will need that inspiration to tell you that don't worry.
She inspire me, boy. I went to
Follow Nurse Dio everywhere.
Do you know that? Oh my God! Do you know the way I have never.
No, wait, MJ. We need to get on Nurse Dio's group trip. I want my child to grow a little. Next year.
I'm going to Thailand next year.
Yes, I'm coming on a group trip next year.
Thailand long. I even have a group trip coming up.
Oh, okay. Where are people going?
This year?
We don't know yet. It's one company like that contacted me. You know Trova Trip?
Yeah, I know them.
Yeah. So we've been on this since last year. Me, I don't even give up. I'm like, why people should leave me alone? I don't want travel. Mexico showed me Pepe. They wasted my money.
I think because you didn't research, because they actually stop people from going to Mexico with just UK visa. Initially you can go with UK
They are very
visa.
mad.
Yeah,
they're very useless. No. They suffered. Imagine traveling through different time zones in a day. Like,
I don't understand this question though.
But yeah, Dio is the life of the party if you want to travel. But don't you get tired? When I travel and I'm back, I feel like I don't even want to go back to work. I just want to be sleeping.
Yeah, it's sometimes like that. You just don't want to go back to work. But I'm not tired. If you book another plane for me, I'll go the next day.
I'll go the next day. I don't understand this question. Do we understand this question so that we can quickly wrap up?
Please, I'd like to know if the type of universities in the UK that offer NMC PIN following master's degree.
Yeah, Maka, we have answered your question now. You asked about, she's going to ask about breach of contract. We've answered it. We even spoke, MJ spoke at length about it.
They don't offer NMC PIN. NMC PIN is not something they offer. You have to register with NMC UK. Then once you have all the things they requested of you, then you will get your NMC PIN to practice.
Chiamaka, which question is your question? Because we are rounding up. Oh, is it this one? We've answered. Okay, she says she's a nurse, and she wants to get as a nurse. I beg.
Oh, okay. Yeah. See, go to our YouTube channels. You see the pathway.
There
are lots of pathways.
Sorry, we are ready. 2 hours.
You need to pass your IELTS. If you need to have a one-to-one conversation with me, make advertise my business. If you need to have a one-on-one conversation with me, if you go to my Instagram is proud_NurseMJ. I have a link there. The link to all the services that I provide is all there. Click the link and follow the prompts, okay? It's not free, it's paid, okay? So you can start from there. However, please, the information they are about to come and take from me during that paid session is the same thing I have said in my video. People, honestly, someone was telling me, but I know this already. So why
were you asking again?
So why did you pay? These are the things that people do when I was doing all these things for free.
Yeah,
I've already shared it in my video. Then you still
and the funny thing, some people will say, "Ma, I'm coming from your channel. I watch your video. Please, how can I become a nurse?" Auntie, you didn't watch any of my videos.
That's in there. I'm tired.
I'm like this. I'm like, if you are paying for it, then you will understand. So I have already. Sometimes I shoot for a whole day shooting videos. For a week, I'm writing scripts, going from one website to another, going from one immigration office to another. Do you understand? Writing script to create content. I'm now finished. Make that video. You now still want me to come and repeat myself.
Exactly. It's
No.
very painful. It's very painful.
He said, "Oh, all these things I tell him I already know. If you knew, why did you pay? Why did you come and pay?"
Canada does not. Canada, no, we don't have general vacation.
You only have 2 weeks leave.
Our vacation messed up.
Before I go to US, this maternity leave, I must use it. 1 year maternity leave.
How do you want to
But
use
you're
it?
not pregnant now. How would you use
I'll
it?
be pregnant. I will be pregnant.
Okay, amen.
Yeah,
He said he was
is very good with that. When people complain about the stress, it's just that when we come abroad, we want to work. Because ourselves to Rihanna. Like she Rihanna to Riolo. You want to work from morning to night. Rest. 3 days. They all said it. We only have ideally 3 days in a week. 4 days off. But my people, that 4 days they will still do back. They will still do bank shift. And the more bank shift you do, the more you actually pay the government. The more agency shift you do too, the more you pay the government. You cannot run. These people, King Charlie will collect his money. Do you understand? HMRC, toxic boyfriend, they will take their cuts. Honestly. So you need to work with, you need to work with your senses, think about your health. Because in this country, if you break down, you cannot call your neighbor at back. Nobody send you. You cannot call your neighbor. You're on your own, especially if you don't have a family. Me, I protect my health so much because I live alone. When I was sick from COVID, I'm like, God, please don't let me die. Because if I die, nobody will even know anything.
Yeah.
Like, it's really bad. So please take care of yourself. Work, but don't work too hard. Don't work too much. If you feel sick, don't go to work. Call in sick. I am sick, man. I cannot come. People call in sick because their cat is sick.
No, you don't hide it though. They just tell you,
I need to take my cat to the vet.
My cat is sick, I'm not coming to work. Plain, no need to lie. There's someone that they gave bereavement leave because her cat died.
Yeah.
I've not heard that one.
She was crying at work. My manager said, "Okay, can you go home? You're on bereavement leave. Go home and come back when you're ready."
Yeah, Amaka, that is your question. This year, Amaka, God, help my life.
Okay, leave the person now. Please answer my question.
So yeah, if you still need to talk more, follow
Yes.
follow Fela, follow me.
You still need to talk more.
always
Maybe you should
share.
give a session. I think she's not asking about how she can migrate. Why don't you get your job as get a job as a Ukrn now? Abi, that's enough to migrate.
Yes, please check our website. There is videos there. You can check other countries. I have a video on New Zealand. I have Gio has a video on Australia.
Yes, videos.
Different countries.
Work for you.
Qatar, USA. Anyone you want to do. It's
thank you
there.
so much, Nos MJ and Nos. I know it's late in the UK, so
it's like thank
you. We are done. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You know when you have there's something we call Igi Araba in Yoruba. So this one they are the Araba. Do you know about Araba Dale?
I didn't know.
Araba.
Araba is something big.
Yoruba is too big for me.
There are trees that are rooted.
I understand Yoruba, but one is too big. Which one is Araba?
It's Araba. They have rooted stems, branches. They can serve you as shade. They are useful in many ways. That's what it means.
Okay. Well done, ma. Well done.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys, for coming. It was really, I had fun. I laughed and I learned. In fact, I want to move to this UK and
don't come, see the grass is always green.
These children that I have,
the grass is always green. I
like to explore different nursing environments.
So, are you promiscuous too?
I am. Honestly,
I only be loyal for this place.
I
am for 9 years.
I am. I like to explore different places, different experience. I love it. Meet new people because I can't be seeing your face for 2 years. Why? Why I see your face for 2 years?
But you're a married woman.
It's a different thing.
My husband, we try to travel. My husband is someone that can stay in one place for 15 years. Does not care. I used to drag him. Let's go to this place. Let's go to that place. Let's go. And even just to walk. Let's just walk to the end of the street. My husband will say, "What stress?" So I like to explore. It's very good.
Yeah. So hold Joe by the neck. Now she be the explorer.
Yes, how to move with your family. Yes. You can check Nos MJ's video. She has a lot of immigration videos. Every week she has scripts. So go and be yes, you have to be checking her scripts. please,
my
I
God.
also book a session with her. I think that's even better so that you can address your concern. Like
My
you,
session is not cheapo.
I know.
How
I
much?
cheap.
How
Go and
much?
check.
You should
This
go
is
and
why you're
check.
giving
So
disclaimer.
you better watch video first so that you don't come back and say it's the thing I know. Because it's the thing I know. It's the thing you know before now. It's not the thing that you know.
I'll be using something different. It's the same process.
Exactly.
Thank you so much, everybody. They're saying thank you in the comment section. Thank you so much.
Guys,
Thank
for
you.
watching.
We spent 2 hours here, God, and we had over 60 people in the studio, so we had good turn up. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Nurse MJ, shiny girl.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, she dey glow. She does a glow. Gloria.
Yeah. But MJ, wait, so this your house looks like a very big mansion. So your house looks like a very big mansion.
Me, I just know that.
In London, though, do you know how much it took us? Hey, God, can't do. Do you know how much that MJ's house took us?
And
My landlord has increased it to £900.
Oh my
wow.
God.
Just a studio flat, though. It's not big. Though. It just looks big in pictures. In real life, it's not that big. No, they used to think that it's big because of the things I have inside, but it's not that big.
£900, Jesus, in 1
Without
month.
bills.
Without I don't even check my bill. Do you know how much I pay for council tax? So I don't like to think about it. It's depressing. I don't like to. I don't worry myself. God is taking care of me. That's why we have to be doing all this CV and all this.
Exactly, yes.
We're supporting it by the side, right?
Honestly, you can't. Honestly, as a nurse, you have to have other ways to make money. It's very tiring when you have to pick shifts, do this, do that. I take your life for yourself.
You're back. No.
Every day you're talking about somebody that has not urinated. This one, the potassium is high. What about you?
People always ask him, sister, you don't do bank shifts. Well, sister, you're always on your phone. I make money on my phone.
Exactly. Leave the sister alone.
Should I be talking to you? If I'm not talking to my phone, should I be talking to you? What do you want to talk about? Like when I'm working, and when I need to do things, I'm always on my phone because I make money on my phone.
Yes, exactly. We need to find.
You don't come to bank shifts. I don't have time. My time is always filled.
It's too stressful.
It's just you. It's you.
You are life for other people too much. I'm like, this nursing it takes your whole life. Why?
Exactly.
It takes your whole time, so we have to look for other ways to. I'm telling you, I just want to work once or twice in a week. That's my plan.
Oh shit!
Honestly, I want to start. I started my scrub line. I start because time. I need time for this.
If my husband allow her, she don't want to work again. She just want to travel.
I don't want to. Exactly. Just want to focus on booking trips, going out, coming back, book the next one. I don't want to work.
Working is stressful now, honestly. Well, it's okay. God. Thank you so much, ladies. I'm so grateful to have you on my channel. Thank you, Nurse Gail. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So I'm coming to your own. When are we seeing you? This Nurse MJ. Nurse Gail, you next year. I'm coming to your
next year. No, me, I must see you next year.
I don't know this MJ. I don't know.
Go to Canada now. Why you don't want to go Canada for vacation? Dio does not love you.
She's coming.
I will come. That's why I said next year I'll be intentional about getting Canada visa. I'll come to see you.
So Nurse MJ, when am I getting the IV now before you get pregnant?
Because no, Senja, make sure you invite me for your wedding. No, if I don't come for your wedding,
no, Senja, see, your wedding has to be a mini nursing reunion. Like, bring all of us.
I don't even tell you say I want to party.
I don't care. Bring all of us. Just call it nurses team dinner.
May everybody wear cape.
Yeah.
A scrub, come.
Yes, nothing
so unique.
Honestly, I need to be at your wedding. I don't know if you don't want to invite crowd. Just sneak me to the back. I can come to the back. Don't worry. Backyard. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. Thank you.
It's been
regards to your husband, I think he's a sailor, right?
Yes.
So no wonder.
Leave me alone now. What is it? Allow me.
It fell into your DM.
I know she shared the story on our channel, on our YouTube. Yes, you can check it out.
Beautiful.
All right, bye.
Beautiful. Take care of yourself, guys.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye. Have a lovely night rest.
And yes, thank you so much.